Hello, Cave Claw here. As you can see, I am in front of a portal. Using my tune, Aina. Today, I'm going to show everyone how to explore Divinities Reach. Personally, I like to go in a circular pattern, just to make things simple. So I'm looking around, and this is where Divinities Reach starts. First of all, I'm a bit lazy. So I'm going to come over here and get a speed boost. Any of those sayings will get you your boost. I think I'm going to start in the Western Commons. Seems easy enough. All I have to do is follow the path. Now, for many of you, there are a couple different areas in here which are a little bit more difficult. They've been recorded and listed separately, but I think I'll be able to just show you how to use them from here and being able to use YouTube so that you guys can click on wherever you need to go and seeing it from there. And I did not get that point of interest. I know there's one right here. Oops, one building too soon. So there's that one. And I'm pretty much just gonna follow the road here to get to the next point of interest. You'll notice that Divinities Arch has a lot of circus theme to it. It's pretty much the only city I've seen with a theme that is not related to the actual civilians. The civilians must be pretty bored to have circus as a main attraction in their city. Now, the first point of interest I'm going to go to is in this nice little arched grove area, right up top. So we're going to go around to this little arch, jump up top, stop right about where the frond covers it, and jump back. You'll be able to catch on the glitch, go to the corner, aim your camera, and jumping usually works if you hold it down long enough, which I apparently did not just now. I've got to stop doing that. Here, I'll give you guys a bit of a wider view. Okay. And of course, this is a lot easier if you don't have lag. If you do have lag, I recommend zooming in and actually angling your character by having them fill the center of the pillar. That way they can actually jump slowly. I'm going to skip the actual screens of the vistas just to make things go a little faster for you guys. I'm going to jump off, turn around, and go right back up the ramp I was going up. At the end of every single one of these ramps is a vista. Or not a vista, a waypoint. You'll notice on every single spoke. So I'm going to... Most of the waypoints have a guard you can talk to that will allow you to have a speed boost. A few of them don't, like the one you just saw. Now before I go up here to get this point of interest, I'm going to get this one vista, because I can. And it's a bit closer. My guess is this place was a pretty big sinkhole that happened when Divinities Reach did not realize they were built on a giant cave, as natural sinkholes usually happen. Now I like to take shortcuts and jump everywhere, and that was too far, which is why it's good that I can revive for no gold. Note to self, don't take such a big jump. Yeah, no, I'm slow. I'm just gonna run around until I find someone that'll speed me up. I'm going to go all the way up here. Normally, to get the ones that are on the inner rim, you just barely have to go inside the door and you get your point of interest. Now, if I am able to actually make the maps work the way I want them to, where I can show you a map at the beginning and then have you click and be able to go to that section of the map on the video, I'll be able to do that for all maps, especially those tricky points of interest you can't find in the field. Double check, no point of interest right there. So I'm going to keep going. You'll notice that almost every spoke of Divinities Reach has some god or goddess by them. At the vista we were just at, there were a pair of lovers, which appears to be one of the 6 gods. This one's covered in red and he's got armor, so I'm guessing that's Balthazar, god of war. You can see more people giving directions. I'm gonna look over the corner and see if this is... Okay, I know where we're going. So instead of going all the way down, we're gonna stay up for this one. Get my speed back. And start running. Now the reason we're going to go up to the 2nd floor for this one is because the 2nd floor is where we want to be. To get to the next vista, you have to be on the 2nd floor. If you were already on the 1st floor and running past, you could have used the little elevator things that are right there. They're on pretty much every single area like this. All you have to do is walk up one of those. Or if you were in the garden, just walk over to this corner. Gonna go up. Now notice a door on your left-hand side, or more of an archway. Gonna go down it, hippity hoppity. You're gonna turn around, and you're gonna follow the end of this. This one's easy because not only do I get a vista, but as soon as that's finished, I can drop down and not die. I'll be hurt, but I won't die. I've got a vista. So I'm gonna look at my map. Looks like I have a point of interest down there. And one right there. I'm going to get this one first just because it's a little bit closer. And yes, you just did hear something snap. So I'm going to come up here, top of the steps, and I got it. So I'm going to start jumping just because I'm really bored. And I'm going to come over to this side because our point of interest for this one is a manner of someone that ends up being pretty rotten guy if you follow the I am a lord storyline, which unfortunately I am not. I'm a peasant who lived on the streets. So this is his giant mansion area. See the giant lions and the red guard. What I have to do is go up to the door and you've got the interest. So you can go right back out and go right up the hill. This must be Duena because she's wearing a crown. Okay, Let's see, the next place you're going to see is a graveyard. We're going to be down there in a minute. Turn around, and this is pretty much the only way to enter and exit the graveyard. You'll notice there's a vista right there. So I'm going to come around and look for the vista. Voila, there it is. My problem is that it's on a large tower with no apparent way to get in. There's a trick. Turn to this little green alcove behind it. You're pretty much right behind it. Come up here. You're going to play jumping puzzle with the gravestones. As long as you don't jump forward. Keep jumping. You're going to want to get on the second edge of this, right here. This way, hold down your jump as long as you can, assuming your forward works. It's a bit more of a difficult one just because it is so far away. And you have the next vista. Look around, look around. You gotta come out of here, come to this point of waypoint, which is actually closed off instance, as several places are in town, to get the 1, 2, 3, 4 items here. I could cheat and go around to here, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk just for you guys. Turning over here. Okay, so normally you'd have to run a couple extra feet to get to that waypoint right there, but I'm going to go up to this closed door. If you're a human, this is going to be your home world. Or your home corner. See, I see an orphanage right here, and if you're not a noble, you'll start your storylines right around the orphanage, because that seems to be your home if you're connected anywhere. If you're a noble, your storylines will start in this back courtyard, where you'll have a party and your snobbish rich friend who likes to steal your food will get kidnapped from right about here. I'm gonna cheat and jump a wall because I'm just that bored. So by now, we're heading off toward the hospital wing, which is also part of your Lord storyline. And now you have the hospital. Now I already got this point of interest earlier because I did my storyline with it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to it again, just to make sure everyone else gets to see it. Now these streets get a little confusing. Looks like I could have taken a shortcut right here. Come to the back alley. Follow it out. And just turn around. Okay. So the very last place is if you chose race net with your innkeeper's father and her friend, that'd be this door right there. But unfortunately, that's not the last point of interest. So you've got this one right here. I'm still not entirely sure what it goes to. Walk around a corner, and you got it. I don't recommend using a waypoint when you're in an instance because it'll charge you the same amount it would if you were not in an instance. But I'm going to go ahead and do that just to make things go a little bit faster. So we're going to keep on trudging. The next vista is a little bit interesting. So there's the vista over there. I'm going to grab the waypoint first just because it means I don't have to run all the way back up here. Waypoint's right at the end. Looks like I need a new speed boost too. This looks like it's the goddess of beauty and illusions, which appears to be a twin-faced one. Got this big little area here. Personally, I'm going to take a jump. Land right about there was exactly where I wanted to be. Heal myself, and just follow this little room here. Jumping's the easiest way for me, just because it's right by a waypoint. But if you have to, you can always walk around here, come down the steps, around and up. But I'm lazy. So I'm going to just follow this little way. And there's my vista. Next place we're going. Oh no, I missed the waypoint. Looks like I've got to do that again. So down here, we have a locked off area that can only be accessed through this waypoint area right here. This is actually how you also get to level 45, 30 to 30, 35 to 45 char area. It's the only portal that gets to it without having to go through level 60 char area. Here it is. I got it all turned around. Grab the waypoint. Stop, turn around. If you want any kind of Ebenhawk armor or weapons, that portal's the way to go. You'll end up right in the town of Ebenhawk. So the first point of interest is going to be at the edge of this building right here. Pretty much just going right up to it. Let's see. Normally it'll just let me get up really close to the side of the building and then give it to me. But I guess I have to go in it today. There we go. And the other one is over here. If you take the Nobles storyline, you'll end up in this house right here trying to catch a man at a party. From here, you can run back out. Here we've got the Durman Priory, or Priory, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. And you're almost done with the outer rim. All you need to do now is get this point of interest, this waypoint, and that waypoint. Strangely enough, the very last point of interest, if you're going around the outside circle, is a giant self-playing carny music stand. I know, strange. But those Tyrians seem to just love their carnivals. Well, not the Tyrians, I should say, the Divinity Reachians. Or just humans, I guess. I can't think of a good way to say that. So here I've got my point of interest. Giant trumpets! We're gonna turn around and walk out. It's a bit of a walk from the last outer point of interest to the main inner waypoint. Luckily, once you get into the inner rooms, it gets a lot easier. Not as much legwork. Turn around, go into the elevator, and you appear on the second floor. First thing I'm going to do is turn around and get the bank waypoint. And here we come to this beautiful, beautiful Aquarian Hall. I mean, they just think of everything in this game. And here you've got Miss Duena with her beautiful wings. And I got the point. The bank's in there. Guild, armor, and other items there. And the trading post is right there. I'm going to come in. And this is the vista we're going to go for after we walk through this. Now, cultural armors for humans are right there. I'm not interested in them because I don't think they look very good on me. I'm going to go straight up to here just to make sure I get that. I'm going to turn around, show you guys the Lion's Arch gate, and then do the vista. Luckily, the point of interest is right in this little basin right here. Got it? Turn around. You can see the vista up here. And voila, here's Lion's Arch with some very nice char and human and Nasura. So I'm going to run past that, come up this staircase, and walk around to the far end of this big old bowl. Guys, this is the main place you can jump up on it. I'm going to keep jumping up on the rims until you get on. Which, if you have a little bit of lag, will take a few tries. It's not too bad. But now you're standing right underneath the vista. Press, watch, exit. And they've got this nice little planetarian setup, which is really good if you want to take backdrop photographs. You guys probably can't hear this, but I'm listening to a gentleman argue with a minister about people dying from centaur attacks. I've got my headset on. Now I've got 3 more rooms. We've got the God-worshipping room, which has very nice murals, tapestries, and a lot of candles. So you've got the gods. Gonna walk out. Now that you have your point of interest. Turn around and go to the other side. I'm skipping the main one because it's one of my favorite rooms in this city. After the aquarium, of course. Pretty much gonna go up to Logan Thackeray's desk. If you jump on it, you've got the vista. Or the point of interest, my bad. This is pretty much the prison where you'll go to if you get the circus storyline. There's a Donnie. I know that person. He's in my guild. Well, one of my guilds. The guild I use for you guys is mostly a solo guild. Enter entrance. I think this is a beautiful room. If you're a char and you go up to her and you talk to her, she'll be very polite and very happy to see you. If you're a Sylvari or an Asura, she'll be enchanted by you. And if you talk to her and you're an orange, she'll be an admirer of you. And of course, you have Miss Anise next to Queen Jenna. Queen Jenna is a beautiful young lady. I'm really glad they didn't just use some white person. They actually were cultural about her. Not that I'm against white people, it's just that too many people that are royalty are portrayed as very pale and fair unless they're in a Middle Eastern or African setting. So I really loved what they did with Miss Jenna. Anise is a stunning woman, and they have a really great costume for her. I absolutely love her costume, and I think one of her costume is one of the cultural tier armors. So I'm going to go out and re-enter Divinities Reach. And I notice I have a chest. I have 3 transmutation stones. Hurrah! That's pretty much all you get from any of the cities, including Lion's Arch. So you're in the throne room, and you have completed Divinity's Arch.